Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you all for hanging out and joining us tonight. It's just a little after 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time here, and we are very thankful to have you hanging out with us. And we're going to look at some treasures tonight.
It's a beautiful night.
It is. It's a beautiful night out. Outside is gorgeous. It's cold. It's chilly. It's even chilly in here. I'm bundled up today. I also got black tourmaline. Andrew gave me his black tourmaline necklace that he has around because it has been a few.
It's been a day.
It's been a day, and it's been mostly in the last few hours. Um, I got this notice when I opened Instagram. I've been on Instagram a lot today, sharing things and doing things. And whatever I did from my personal account, I wasn't even on my personal account that much, but I logged into my personal account today, and immediately it popped up, said, "We think you're doing automated things. So that we don't suspend your account or remove it entirely, please make sure you check for third-party, apps using stuff, or change your password if you think somebody's logged in." So I don't know why they think my account's automated, because I was barely in the personal one today. But I went and I I checked to see if any apps were attached to my account, and there's not. I tried to check my password, and when I went to save my password, it didn't. I used a really long password, and then it didn't actually put that really long password in my password manager. So I had no idea what I had just changed my password to. I tried to copy and paste it into another place, and it didn't work. So then I had to use another device to log into my account because I couldn't do it from my phone, and try to change my password again and hopefully have it save it. And that time I was able to save it. And then I came up here to do the live, and I smashed my finger in somehow in the phone stand here, which you think it's not a heavy phone stand, but I really pinched it really hard. So Andrew's like, "Put this on. Just put it on."
Hopefully it doesn't bounce on me.
I know. We don't need anything bouncing around. Oops, what is going on?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just touched one thing and my whole screen shrunk down, and now I can barely see anything. Let's try this. Okay. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, Michelle. I can see like one comment at a time. It's so small. Hello, Susie. Thank you for joining us. Anne is here. Anne said, "Hello, AGB fam. I'm anxiously awaiting elections return here in Wisconsin." Yeah, that's a big thing.
It works out.
That's a big thing, right? Yeah, hopefully all goes well. Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Cheryl says, "The universe is trying to tell you something and you better listen." I don't know what it's telling me. Don't use Instagram anymore. That could be a thing.
Probably stay off the internet.
Stay off the internet today, probably. It tried to stop me from going live. It tried to stop me from using Instagram.
Oh boy.
I had very, very impatient drivers. I went up to the cottage today, and on the way up there, people were like I was going, I go the speed limit. Sometimes I go like 4 miles above, but I really do, especially in our town, because it's a small town and you never know if there are going to be animals around or people around running. There's a jogger I passed. I go the speed limit. So I was going the speed limit, and I had somebody right behind me, and they were doing that thing where they have to like go side to side behind you. And I'm like, and then they passed me, and then somebody else came up. They passed me in a double yellow, by the way. And then someone else came up behind me and was like going back and forth, back and forth. I know. I'm fine when they pass me. I'm like, you go right ahead. But that was on my drive up to the cottage today. So
you got the Malocchio.
Yeah, something's going on today.
They gave you the evil eye.
Something.
Now look,
I
one
know.
after the other.
I know.
We'll do this one. You have to point it down though.
Point it down. Oh, hello,
Okay,
Lennis.
clap 3 times.
I know, right? All right.
Ring a bell.
Let's banish it. Ding, ling, 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 ling. Let's banish this energy, whatever's going on.
Where's the bell?
Where's the bell? We have bells. I'm sure we've got bells around. Kimberly is here. Hello, Kimberly. There we go. Beads can be bells, right?
We'll make a rattle.
There you go.
That's what we'll do. We'll hire somebody to do like a one of them exorcisms.
I know. A beatercism. Michelle says it might be saying go back to sleep. I don't know. This all happened.
Pretty long time last night.
I did. Andrew got some sleep. I got some sleep.
I had to.
Yeah, you passed out so hard.
I was ready.
Yeah. But we did get our special ramen today. We were talking about that the other day. Andrew ordered some special ramen, and it came today, and we immediately had it for lunch.
No hesitation.
No hesitation, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
How thick the noodles are. We tried it with. There's this stuff called Chili Crunch,
Mm-hmm.
and
it was spicy.
I have to test it in something else. I think somehow that overpowers it.
Yeah, I want to taste the ramen just by itself.
Because we got sweet and spicy noodles anyway.
Yeah, and you couldn't taste much of the sweet. It was mostly spicy once those little. I tasted a little bit of them after I put them in, and I was like, ooh, the price shouldn't have maybe added as much as I did, but I didn't add that much.
It was good though.
It was good.
But I still want to experience that like the OG.
Without anything added. Hey, Barbara's here, so just popping on to listen a while.
Which Barbara?
Barbara Bechtel.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah. Listen while I work. I've missed the lives. We've missed you too. That's a number of people. That is the nice thing about today. I've heard from a few people I've not heard from in a while, and that's been nice. To know that people are generally doing okay and they've just been away. Nobody's having any major issues that I've heard of. So that's good because I've been thinking of a few people and they just started popping up today. So that's nice.
I was like, who is
it? Lena says, William, show your necklace.
That's the one you had at the store.
Yeah, this one used to hang at the register all the time at the store.
If I had anybody who was difficult, I would put that business on and like
just casually drop it over your neck. Oh, it's all black tourmaline. So,
and it worked like a force field.
It's all black tourmaline. I'm being force fielded right now.
I felt like Sue Storm is over in Fantastic Four. It was like, be gone. You know that person who, when we first moved into the beige store, that person who kind of forced us out of the bookstore and who's copying on my jewelry.
Kind of.
She didn't have access to my stash, so kind of. But anyway, so she peeked in. It was going to come in. I put that on real fast. Boy, she got knocked back.
Right back out the door.
I know. She couldn't even cross the threshold. And I was like, wow, I'm going to put this on. This is useful.
Right. Barbara doesn't even know and asks, is that Momofuku ramen?
It was good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I told a story about how
we splurged. That was our splurge.
I found a deal and a coupon.
When you find a deal and a coupon, you got to get it.
Correct.
Yeah. We don't normally splurge like that, but Anne says, I tried that Momofuku noodles. I didn't use the spice pack. It just added my own stuff to the noodles. They were good. The noodles are, we looked at it and we're like, this is like less than you get even in the 58-cent packet of noodles. But because the noodles are wider, I don't think it was less.
No.
It just looks less. It looks less, but there was just as much like in your stomach by the end.
And really, we were trying to price it out. what it is you have to buy it in a pack of 6.
Mhm.
And so that kind of makes it more expensive
Yeah.
than if you
And
buy
they are a higher quality. They're like everything in it's natural.
uh-huh. So I
And
mean
they're
it was only
vegan,
pretty
which is
much
nice.
double the cost of regular ramen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like
No.
we're
when we
not
buy our
we're not like buying gold leaf
no, when
truffles.
we buy our cup of noodles ramen, that's filled with all these chemicals and stuff, which is it's good anyway. I don't care. We like it.
It
But
does make my heart race fast.
it
though.
does. It doesn't have MSG though. It's the one that doesn't. But this one, they're actually good material and they're vegan. So that was nice. I think they're vegan. So that was nice
The only
too.
one that's not vegan is the honey crunch.
Did we get that?
That's that sauce to go on top.
Oh, the chili crunch.
Yeah, the chili crunch because it has honey, and honey is not
Not
considered vegan.
Yeah. But the noodles and stuff are vegan.
Yeah.
So not made with eggs and stuff, I guess. So I guess the rice noodles or something. I don't know. Lena says keeps the cray cray away. Yep. Amanda says, is tomorrow wild weather for some of you? It's going to be bad here. Ice accretion tornadoes are possible. Hello, Amanda, by the
I
way.
don't want that.
Yeah, I don't know. Barbara says, is it worth the splurge?
If you can find a deal, then I would do it.
Yeah.
If you like ramen.
I mean,
not
it breaks
everybody likes
down,
ramen.
like even at retail, we looked at it and it breaks down to like $2 and something a pack.
Mhm.
And like the ramen we get, like the cheapo ramen is like 48 cents, I
No,
think.
but the cup of noodles.
The
no.
cup of noodles is like $1 something. So it's like half of a cup. It's less than half.
It's double.
It's less than double cup of noodles.
Okay. Well,
So I think is what it works out. So,
but when you have to buy like grande pack, it's like $100 and something. So that's where that is what made me always hesitate
mhm.
because I always had to buy like in bulk, and I was like, I can't drop that
No.
right now on ramen.
On ramen, yeah.
But I don't think it's too bad.
I think it's pretty good. It's worth trying. We've only tried one of the flavors though. There's another flavor yet.
We did not get the super spicy. I avoided that.
Yeah, we just got the sweet and spicy, and then I think a regular soy something, whatever it is. But it's good, and it is, like I said, it has better ingredients than everything else. So if you care about that, it's good. It's good. It's not like a giant bowl of ramen though.
No.
Like
but you could make it.
You could make it. You'd have to use multiples or whatever, but it's
make a broth or whatever.
yeah. But it is just a sauce pack and some noodles. It's good quality and it tastes good, but it is not anything like you're not going to get a big bowl of ramen out of it.
That's where you have to like have pantry items assemble.
Yeah.
Like you have your. I do want to try. There's those sushi.
You could have cut your green onions. You could have added in there your scallions and some broth, and
I could bougie it up.
You could bougie. Put an egg in there, really bougie.
I know. You have to go buy eggs.
Are we out of eggs
Take
too?
another mortgage. Get some eggs.
Amanda says Momofuku means lucky peach.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Michelle says we got our son set up in the living room. Now we need to get dressers for the hubby and I and figure out what will go to storage. Nice. Nice. Oh. Can't wait to get my desk to do beading right now because everything is everywhere. I bet, Michelle. I bet. It's always hard moving. I have like this much space to fit my finger in to read these comments right now.
Did you move or are you just redoing your furniture?
She's just redoing the furniture, I believe, right? You all didn't move anywhere. I think the roommate moved out. Is that right, Michelle? I think I heard you say. So why is your son in the living room? We're gonna ask all the questions.
Oh, no.
Barbara says, I want to try making my own chili crisp.
That's not hard. Bacon,
it
what's her face? Sussex, she did it
yeah.
on that show.
I don't remember that,
She
but
made chili oil. Just add honey.
it actually is. They are crispy in there. Like
That was good.
they're in a sauce and they don't get soft. They're actually crunchy. Amanda or Norma says, yes, Amanda, it's supposed to be bad here overnight tomorrow into Thursday. Possible tornadoes, but especially heavy rain. The rain's going to continue through the weekend with record rainfalls. Oh. Anne says it's going to be all stormy here too. I've not seen any weather things here. I looked at y'all. Somebody posted the maps yesterday. I don't know if it was Susan. And I looked and it was getting close to us, but we've not gotten any notices about weather.
The tornado time.
Yeah, there's nothing up there right now even. So, y'all be careful out there. Amanda says, oh, wow, I saw a weather map and it's a huge area being affected. Yeah, that's what I saw. It was getting really close to us here. But so far, we've not gotten any notices about anything. It is going to rain for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Well, my nose is clear, so
Wednesday through Sunday, it's supposed to rain.
It's not coming.
It's not coming?
Doppler forehead.
Doppler forehead says no. Doppler sinuses. Yeah, they're like 70% on Thursday.
AccuWeather up in here says no.
Nope, no rain.
Cold, but not rain.
Cold with her. It's supposed to be it's almost 70 on Thursday though. 74 on Saturday.
Rain comes.
Yeah. Norma says Michelle, rearranging is a lot of work. Kimberly says we're supposed to get wild weather here in Kansas tonight. Michelle says we are changing 2-room, the bedroom and living room. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Makes sense.
Lena says I like the green tea noodles.
I've never tried that.
Never had that.
He can't eat that though.
No.
Because
they have caffeine.
The matcha has more caffeine than regular tea.
Yeah,
Did you know this?
I didn't know that either, but Michelle says he has always been in the living room. Oh. Changing 2 rooms before May is insane. Why you got to do before May? Now you're making more questions. You're getting a new roommate? Is that what's happening? Hello, snow, wind, and rain here, says Anna. Oh, boy. Barbara says, it's on my ADHD bingo card one of these days. Today I made chickpeas from scratch for hummus tomorrow. Life of an introvert.
I feel like we're kind of always on the same page. Because I did beans from scratch yesterday. And Barbara's doing chickpeas.
Yeah.
Basically, we should have like a farmstead.
Right.
Crafts and cabbages.
Michelle says our roommate did move out. He was also in the living room. So who's in the second bedroom? So many questions.
Isn't that her mother-in-law? I
have no idea. So you've got a bedroom. Roommate and son are in the living room. Who's in the other bedroom? Michelle says hubby may start back at work at May. Once he starts working, I won't see him for a while. Mother-in-law is in the second bedroom. You're right. I forgot about that. You've got quite the household. Full house, but it sounds like you all have fun, so that's good. And you all like each other, which is good too.
There's something to be said about that. Like, when
generational living.
I liked having. I usually liked having roommates.
Usually, as long as
no drug addict, then it's fine.
Right. Yeah. I didn't mind roommates when I was single either. And I can definitely see how living there, you would need people there to make rents. And in New York, too.
I don't miss that.
Yeah, that was stressful. But yeah. Michelle says it's wonderful here. Good. What's everybody else doing? So we tried that. I went through my issues today with drivers and with Instagram and with.
That road is always have drivers like that.
Oh, well, this one is right. This one came right up. Like I pulled onto the road from our little road here, pulled onto 30 or 7-Eleven, and there was no one behind me.
Huh.
And then all of a sudden, there's somebody going like this, like swerving, literally swerving from side to side.
Truck.
No, I know it wasn't a white truck. It was a little Honda or something. And I was like, "You're so impatient. Like, just go around me, fine." And finally, once I was literally like had my turn signal on to go to the cottage. That's when they go around me.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a little bit dangerous when you're trying to turn.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, okay, just go then.
It's like they have to. I feel like people try to like speed in that section before underneath the hill so they can like make it up the hill or something.
I know, like what are y'all doing? Michelle says I need help 24 hours, so I get plenty of help. That's good.
It's like, did they have to go to the bathroom?
I know. I was like, is this an emergent? Like, why are you like? There's plenty of times they could have gone around me, but instead they just ride real close and swerve.
That's why. Did you wash your windows?
I should have. I didn't wash the windows.
See, that's my trick.
Yeah.
If they get too close and I start spraying the bug.
I don't know why I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't know why I didn't.
Just save it.
Because normally I do.
Make sure the windows get nice and dirty, so the water that
splashes is dirty.
Yeah,
and the van has the good big one on the back. It really blows the water.
I thought about arranging it so it's kind of like Mario Kart.
It shoots right out. Just need to turn the nozzle.
They had this one. There's this meme of somebody who put that, and they put a Squirtle on the back, and it comes out the pee hole. And so Squirtle will pee on your
car. Yeah. And says, where are people in such a hurry to go? Enjoy the journey. I get everybody gets in a hurry, but riding like so close that it's dangerous. Like if I hit my brakes, there was no way this person was going to stop in time. Like it just wasn't possible. And then they kept swerving out and around and looking like, and I'm like, there's no one, go. Fine. At one point I slowed down. I'm like, go ahead. No, they don't do it. So,
they're probably trying to check the mirror to see who's driving.
I don't know. But
let them.
That's what I said. I'm like, finally they went. I'm like, good, go. Hello, Danette. Thanks for joining us.
That road does get that.
Yeah, it's
no matter what time of day.
Yeah, it's really bad. And yeah, so anyway, that's been my day. How's your day going? A few things. We have a flash sale. Did you see that? There's a flash sale going on in the online store right now.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap again.
Oh, what's happening over there?
I was trying to, I got these vintage strands. And they string it up on cotton.
Yeah, they do.
It makes it real hard to like undo all of them.
Without dumping them.
And I guess we're selling this by the bag.
That's all right. We've got bags. So we have a flash sale in the online store. April Fools is the discount code.
Oh, we didn't do anything for April Fools.
No, we did not. Except have a sale, which is 25% off everything in the online store right now. So you can save using discount code April Fools only until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So that's 25% off everything till 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tonight. All right.
No costumes.
No costumes here. Danette says, good day for the flash sale, though. Placed my order. Thank you. Also said, though, my day was blah, bad glucose and A1C results. Gonna get that, Danette.
Oh no.
Gotta get that in order. What's going on?
Are you on Instagram?
I am on Instagram. Pretty and Pink Bev had joined us for a while, but they are not here any longer, I don't think. Yeah, so the online store is having a sale. Get your orders in if you'd like to save. And Andrew also changed the Patreon. What? After
Okay, so here's the thing.
so many times of talking about it.
Here's the thing. Now, because it was connected to that one old link. So if you have it bookmarked and you don't
Yes.
have it like you don't have like a regular subscription thing going, or you don't have the app, you have to go to the new one.
Yeah. So the Patreon is now patreon.com/allegory gallery, not Star Cottage Studio. So it's going to be more, that gives us more freedom to talk about other things too. Not that we couldn't before, but more things than just what we do at Star Cottage Studio. A lot of that money, though, will still be used for the same purposes, to keep Star Cottage Studio going, and do any upgrades or things that we need for that. But we will be able to expand and talk about more things, or at least feel like we can. And it makes more sense since it'll all be branded under Allegory Gallery now. So patreon.com/allegory gallery if you'd like to support us in that.
That's $3, $8, $12, and the new one is $24.
Oh, there's a new one?
Yeah, because somebody said that they wanted to have 2 of them, but they didn't want to have to get 2 charges
Oh,
because they were gonna put 24 anyways, and they didn't want to buy 2
two
subscriptions.
subscriptions.
So that's why that happened.
Nice.
You all get the same thing.
Anne says it seems like it's the same because I am logged in. I clicked on your link and went to the same place online on my computer, not on the app. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you click on our link,
Or if you're signed into Patreon, it should go.
yeah. But if you have it bookmarked as Star Cottage Studio, it will not redirect you. It'll say that this page is no longer available.
Because I have a Patreon where I subscribe to this enamel artist, and it never. I have to specifically go to her thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm a content creator, so
It's
when
different.
I go to Patreon, our shit comes up.
Let's see here.
I should watch her videos.
Susan just joined us. Hello, Susan. Thank you for
I
joining
always
in.
forget that we were subscribed to her.
Danette's going to try and get her numbers down. Just have to get back on the wagon and willpower.
How do you do that? Just night snack, or you have to work out, or both, or
Yeah,
you have
what's the diagnosis? Better eating, working out. Because thankfully I don't have to deal with that, so I don't know what they usually tell you to have. I know there's a lot of different, because from what Michelle talks about, there's a lot of watching your food.
like calorie count.
Yeah, but I didn't know if exercise had to be a part of that. Michelle says less carbs.
Oh, that's all you eat.
I know. I'm like, because like beans are carbs, right? So you gotta watch beans. Potatoes are carbs. Pasta's carbs. Like that's like our main source of food. I feel like that would be hard. That would be hard.
Well, if you eat meat, I guess.
Julie's here. Hello, Julie. Yeah, if you eat meat, at least that's easier, I think. I don't know what you do as a vegetarian.
Didn't that?
And I said I don't know what you do as a vegetarian. What you would do if you had to. Beans are not carbs. I thought beans were carbs. Because my mom doesn't eat them when she's doing her low carb diet, I think. Sue says allergies are kicking me, so I will be more background than foreground. Andrew's having allergy issues. Well, was.
Not today.
Not today. The weather has cleared. And he slept. He also slept, which may be a part of all of that.
I don't know.
When you actually sleep more than 2 hours a day.
I also didn't finish all the paintings like I thought.
No. No, but I was glad you slept.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit delirious.
Yeah, you were.
That's fine.
He's like, that's fine.
It's kind of nice. Takes the edge off.
Amanda says, I found konjac noodles for pasta. They're pretty good.
You know, the konjac is the corpse flower root.
That's the one you were talking about the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I thought corpse flowers were rare, but I guess they're not.
Julie says beans have fiber, so it negates the carbs. Diabetic here ate a lot of beans. Okay, so that's why my mom wouldn't do it, because she does carbs for inflammation. She stays away from them. So she always eradicates beans when she's going through anti-inflammatory diet. Because she was talking about that. I'm like, you can't even eat beans? And she says, no, I keep those out. But that makes sense then for diabetics. The fiber would do the overriding. She says just like cheese, butter, avocado, not carbs. Then this is my downfall. One of them is lack of exercise. In other words, I do like my sweets. Who doesn't like their sweets? I had to go for cake today.
That was important.
It was important. Probably shouldn't talk about it since you were my brother, but we went for cake today. I got some giant eagle cake. It was good. And Andrew got a pudding cup, and I have a rice pudding cup for later from Senior Rico. So I am excited for that later. We had a big bowl of soup though today for lunch. I'm probably a little bit low key today too, because I'm a little bit sleepy because we ate. Normally we have our big meal after the live, and I feel like we had our big meal before the live. And normally I like hang out on the couch a little bit after, because by the time we're done with the live and the invoicing and usually make dinner, it's around 1 a.m. So we'll like watch a little bit of TV and I start passing out on the couch until I get my second wind. If I get my second wind, I try and go to bed. I'm trying to be better about not staying up until 4. But I had that big bowl of soup, and now I'm like, I could take a little nap right now. But I can't.
You can close the window curtains. It's dark.
He doesn't like it when they're open and it's dark. How about that one over there? I can't reach that one. That's the one that makes me more nervous. This one doesn't bother me.
Alexi across the street.
That's just everyone across the street. This is one house. That's 4 or 5 over there.
That's like, I can look into their house from that window. They can't really look into it.
You don't think so?
No, because you have to get the angle right.
I
mean, Kathy can.
Yeah.
But unless she's sitting in the dark.
Sitting in the dark looking over.
What's she going to see anyway?
Julie says, I had to give up sugar. So sad.
Yeah.
Susan says, Norma, I hope that weather forecast is just plain wrong. I'm already stressing out. Tornadoes and hail. Yeah. Danette talking about lack of exercise. I've been trying to go on walks. I didn't go on a walk today. I should have. But I'm trying to get back up to doing walks so that I can get back up to doing some running later as it gets warmer. But yeah, I've been feeling it. I was downstairs today getting laundry, and by the time I came up the stairs, I was winded. Yeah, I came up the stairs. I don't know if I went upstairs and back down, like up to here and back down. And then I got the cat's food in the stairway. I had to go and grab that. And by the time I stood back up, I was winded. I'm like, what is going on? Then, of course, I get worried because that's AFib can make you winded. So I worry if something's happening there, but I felt fine. But yeah, I'm like, I need to do a little bit more exercise.
I need to get some more exercise before I go to Penland, because I have to do like manual labor.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna be princess style. I don't think they'll let me sit it out.
Sit it out? No. Let's see here.
Maybe they have a job in the office.
Michelle says, for some diabetes, we have to have sweets. It's a balance. And Julie says there are a lot of sugar-free options for sweets, though. Susan says, I'm stressing about my upcoming checkup for the same reason. Michelle says, for me, I have to get a certain amount of total carbs, a meal, and snacks. Anne says, my weakness is crunchy. I just love the texture of crunchy, far more important than specific flavor.
I like a crunchy too.
Yeah, crunchies are good. Our cats would say so too. They mostly eat wet food, but we've splurged for them and give them some dry food as a treat, and they love it.
They like it better than the...
They do like it better than the wet food, but we've also heard you can't give them too much dry food because it dries them out. But they are really good, especially the girls. The girls are really good about drinking water after they have their crunchies. So that makes me feel better about it because they're doing that. Yeah, they go right over to the water bowl and they drink a bunch of water. And I've seen them all do it. And that makes me feel better about giving them crunchies at least. Because Paolo and Babette, they didn't always do that. And they would get dried out. Suzanne is here. Yeah, they had kidney issues too. And that's the thing. They probably both had kidney issues and we didn't really know. Suzanne is with us. Hello. Whoops. Danette says stress increases blood sugar also. I don't know if I want to know mine then. Stress and pain raises your levels, says Michelle. Let's see. Whoops.
So...
And Lennis got a used exercise bike for cheap, but it's in the basement, so I have to go down there.
What's wrong with your basement? Your basement's nice.
Yeah, Andrew said your basement is nice. What's wrong with going down there?
And you spent all that time painting it.
Let's see. Amanda says, I have to have low fat, low carb, low sugar due to gallbladder. I see a surgeon in a couple of weeks to see if I need it out.
Do you use that Chandra Pani?
Who's that?
That's a pill.
Oh.
Like a herbal supplement.
Never heard of that one.
You don't take it.
No, I do not. What's it for? Gallbladder?
Uh-huh. Unless you don't have a gallbladder, and
then... Lena says, I got a huge wall cover to put up to cheer it up. It's good. Whoa.
Did you like how I did that Spider-Man business?
Suzanne says, we are appliance shopping this week. Is that for the washer and dryer? Washer and dryer? Amanda says, I've been having liquid magnesium to help with digestion. It helps. Susan says, Lennis, we don't have a lot of people over, so I keep mine upstairs. It folds up and I watch the morning news during exercise time. I've thought about getting a treadmill because I do enjoy running, but I just don't do it in the winter. It's dangerous to run on the sidewalks generally in the winter.
Yeah, you bust your ass.
Mm-hmm. Michelle says, my gallbladder was removed many years ago. Suzanne says, yes, and refrigerator. Washer, dryer, refrigerator. That is shopping for appliances. Amanda says, good thing with dietary changes, I lost 10 pounds.
Nice.
That's good, right? If you need to lose, 10 pounds is a good amount. Yeah. I think we all, exercise is one of those things that if you can do it, I think it does make you feel better. I know when I get to go running, it makes my mood better and I feel better I feel just more sturdy in my body, if that makes any sense. Like things don't feel as weak. They start to feel more, tightened and sturdy. And also the little bit of weightlifting that I do, that really helps. And I need to get back to that. I know my thing's been covered with boxes and things for a while for winter. So Andrew cleared off my little weight bench thing that I use. And so now I can get back. Not that I couldn't have done it anyway myself, but now that he's done it, I feel like I should use it. But I got something like tennis elbow going on right now, and I've been a little reluctant to do it, but I think that also might help. Maybe, I don't know, but it's that, I'm worried kind of about the repetitive movements and it making it worse. But I don't know. I feel like something's telling me that I need to do it more, so I think I just need to do it more and go with that feeling. And it says overall I do feel better. That's good. And I'm glad I don't have like those kind of digestion issues, because I've had friends who have, and there have been a lot of things that I've had to that I've given up for various health things, caffeine and alcohol, and we went vegetarian, and it's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes to try to figure out what you can eat when you're going through these health things. So I feel for you all who have to, be very, meticulous about your diets. Because I at one point I thought that I was having gluten allergies, so I had to check to make sure nothing had gluten in it. And now I still look to make sure it doesn't have MSG for my AFib, and because that's supposedly not good for it. And you'd be amazed the amount of things that actually have that in, that it's like, that doesn't seem like it needs to be there. Amanda says, I'm scared to eat certain things. I don't want to have an attack in the middle of the night. I bet. Let's see here. Kimberly says, I don't want to scare you, but a good friend of ours had a pain like that, ended up having a triple bypass, so please get the tennis elbow checked out. I probably will, but next trip to the doctor. Yeah, it's been like this for a while, and I can actually feel where the pain is. I know I think it's a tendon issue right there, or whatever that is, a muscle tendon issue. Let's see. Oh, read that. Sue says, my mother had to have her gallbladder removed due to an automobile accident. Wow. Yeah, so
let's go on ahead. Instead of talking to health, bumming me out, let's go.
Andrew's ready to switch her up. All right, here are these. That's some of the stuff that I pulled.
Not that y'all can't talk about it. I just I want to keep the energy up for me, because otherwise I'm gonna go to bed.
You're gonna go to bed. Here's some papers. Do you have a marker? Do I have a marker? Oh, here are these two, because we did that one yesterday, and that one went. You got a marker?
I got it.
Got it?
Punch it.
Okay. Hold on. This one's going to go over here. Give me some letters. HG. Do we use HG? AF. HG is available. AF lot. Let's see. AF we did. Just recent. No, that was last year. We could do AF again.
It's April Fools.
April Fools. That was also African last year.
Oh, African.
F. Yeah.
All right, let's do some glass to start. Let's
do some glass. All right, I'm gonna. Dale's here. Just been watching quietly. Thank you so much for being here, Dale.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let me flip this around. You know how it goes. Up here.
Throw it. Okay.
You're welcome. Front camera, back camera, boat mirror, the camera. All right. We got some treasures to look at today. We've always got treasures, though. We've got lots of good stuff around here. We're lucky that way.
So have y'all been making anything?
Anybody making anything?
Is anybody going to make something for book club?
Anybody?
Our book club, I thought, was a little bit rambly because I didn't make anything. Usually I can at least fill a couple minutes with the stuff I made,
but you didn't.
Nope.
Not this time.
I disassembled the Avengers.
Well, some people didn't even finish it, like me.
Book Club Part 2.
Book Club Part 2.
We just do that as an email.
Anybody give any? I didn't even look into Book Club book in the group yet. Anybody give any suggestions for the next book?
Somebody did, but they just randomly suggested it.
Oh.
So they didn't actually.
Did we even put up a post for that?
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's see here. Michelle's like, I'm making Kumihimo stuff.
Oh.
That's what I can get to. That's nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll show that. That's something that I think Kumihimo is going to be coming back. It kind of, I think, is. And I have a feeling it's going to really come back again soon.
Okay.
Dale says, any special bead mixes with purples, lavender, blues, and pinks? Not coming up tonight, I don't think. But we might have some around. Because we did just do one, I think, with purples and kind of lavenders and blues.
So you talked about Patreon. You
Mm-hmm.
talked about what else? The sale.
You talked about sale. Suzanne strung up a turquoise and crystal spacer necklace, but haven't finished it yet.
And then what else did we do?
What else did we do? I don't know. Now that I flipped the camera around. Let's see.
Entertainment.
I know.
Did you tell them how to claim?
I'm just finishing The Stone Witch of Florence, says Susan. I'm enjoying it. However, the Middle Ages were certainly hygienically challenged. Yeah, so if you'd like to claim from this video, we're going to give you a piece of paper with a lot number on it. It's going to be an AF number. Take down that AF number, put it in the subject or the body of an email, and send that email to info@allegorygallery.com.
I got you a deal right here.
Ooh.
It doesn't look like it because it's in bags, but it is.
All right. AF1. This is what would be the equivalent of a strand. This is vintage check.
And that one should glow.
Oh.
Does it glow?
Let's see if it glows. Oh, it does. They glow good. So that's a strand of vintage check glass.
There should be around 25.
Around 25 beads. And where's my, there it is over here. And these are approximately 5.5 millimeters by 5.5 millimeters. Vintage check glass.
Oh, I like that post that you did, William, where you asked people what their inspiration people were.
Oh, there, yeah.
And it was nice to see different people.
Lots of people tagging. Yeah, if you didn't see that post in the Design Challenges group and on the our Facebook page for Allegory Gallery, I asked who inspires you and share the love and tag them and let them know that they inspire you. And we've got a lot of nice things being said about a lot of nice people.
I want more.
More. Let's see here.
And you don't have to say us.
No, but that's sweet when people do.
I'm not fishing for compliments.
No. Lena says there are pink kits and purple kits on the website on sale right now. I bet there are. I bet there are. The luxury bead blends. 25% off in the online store. Discount code April Fools. If you're not on the email list, didn't get that text message today. Danette's reading Magic Lessons.
Oh, Alice Hoffman.
This is for book club. I started with 3 little bottles for the bottles that were left in the place of the relics. But I don't know where I'm going from there.
You know what? My friend Janessa, she gave me these bottles, and I was thinking of using them because she made me these little bottles with like potions in them that fake with the resin in it. You remember that?
Wait, say that again?
So when we saw Janessa, she gave me these little bottles that she had mixed glitter with some kind of resin, and made
don't
you these little
remember that.
bottles. And so I just have these random little bottles full of green and purple glitter, and I was like, this is just like in the book.
Already ready.
It's a collab.
Collab. All right, I gotta make a bigger bag here for these to put all of these together in.
Here.
Oh, I already did it. Thank you. Danette says I'm not very far into it yet, so it's different than what I normally read, but so far I'm liking it.
You know, of that series, that's probably my least favorite one of them. I liked it, but my favorite from that series is Rules of Magic.
Rules of Magic.
I was over there wanting to make the black soap. I was going to go back to New York, make the black soap.
Okay. Norma says that's what I did, green and purple glitter.
Ooh.
All right, so AF1, still 5 of them available, $4 each.
The first one's always on the hard one to break the seal.
I know.
There, go ahead.
I'm getting there. I'm getting
Hurry
there.
up.
Oh my goodness. AF2. So these ones are a little pinky purple.
Let me make some room so you can see.
They do not glow under the black light.
No.
These ones do not. These are a pinky purple color compared to the other ones.
Pink and purple. When somebody said they want pink and purple.
There you go. Vintage check glass. These ones are not Vaseline glass though, whereas the first AF1s were glowing under the black light. These were originally in strands, but they were on the cotton cord that was too old to stay. So
And plus, somebody tied the knot like it was like their He-Man. And so I was picking it. And it was like,
See,
I already spent an hour on this.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Let's cook with some gas. I don't know, maybe I'm impatient today.
I think you are.
Can't tell.
Can tell.
Oh, poor William.
Can tell. All right, let's get it going. Hurry up. Hit the gas.
You know, sometimes.
Hit the gas.
Let's go. I probably was the person driving behind you.
Probably.
Hop up in your back seat. Great coupon.
We sold one of the AF1s. Thank you so much. This is AF3. This is a little bronzy goodness strand of vintage check.
Isn't that pretty?
Look at that.
Is there one of that?
Ooh, there's just one of that.
That's a nice one.
Yep.
You gonna do the dark razzle dazzle?
The dark razzle dazzle.
Charlize Theron, what's her name? That horrible movie that was really beautiful.
The horrible movie that was really beautiful.
That Huntsman. They made a sequel. They cut their main character out.
I don't remember.
They said no more Kristen Stewart for you.
This
is Charlize Theron.
Well, there is something to be said. I don't know.
Well, she had better costumes. She had that liquid gold dress.
Well,
she
who doesn't love that?
In the bathtub full of the milk.
6 by 3 millimeters. 1 strand available, vintage check AF3.
Yeah, I was like, who's the fairest of them all? Who is it?
Who?
We need to fact check this.
Who?
The mirror's got a taste. Apparently, Charlize is I don't know.
We've sold AF3 twice. Sorry, we've only got 1, but thank you so much for grabbing at it. Here is AF4. This is really pretty too. There are 2 of these, thankfully. So if you like these are $5 each, down from $6, which is already a low price. But this is that. Look at that. Talk about some dark rainbow colors.
You know, the problem is that she got a little bit high on the power.
Who did?
That Huntsman.
The Huntsman time.
You know, don't starve the people.
Don't completely starve them.
But then there probably wouldn't be a movie then.
Right.
They're like, Benevolent, Beautiful Queen is the name of that movie.
One of the AF4s is now gone. Thank you so much. Look at how they've got that metallic. So you can tell the whole thing was metallicized, and then they cut away. So
You know what that is, right? This jet is the base color. And then they put double AB blue. And then they do the snippy
and then they
snip cut.
yeah, they faceted it off. Both of those have sold. Thank you so much. They've sold again. We only have 2 though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Susan says those are pretty. Michelle says, "LOL, I fell asleep watching it last night. I need to watch again."
Which one?
What did you fall asleep watching? The Huntsman? Isn't that funny? We just started talking about it and then you were watching it?
I like the costumes.
Ooh.
Her soundboard's alright too.
Look at these little copper core goodies. What?
And it's got the magnification station on top.
Look at that. So this is the kind of string those other ones were on, but they're just in bags now. But this is kind of the length that they are.
Yeah, it don't look as impressive when it's in the bag.
Yeah, don't they look so much bigger on the strand? But AF1 and AF2 are both the same length. They're just in a bag, and it makes them look like they're not.
It looks like we're giving you like 4 of these.
I know.
But you know what? It is.
I'm glad these actually came out this way so we could show you that this is actually the strand length. These are like 6-inch strands. So that's what AF1 and AF2 are also.
I hope people get those because those are nice.
They are nice, especially the AF1 with that glow, that black light glow.
I know.
But look at these.
You have people fighting over that.
I know. These are the copper cord vintage check. So pretty. Danette says, I ordered a couple bee blends today. Seem like they are beachy. Here be Dragons blends. Yep.
Nice.
Hope they go with the Day at the Beach box. Even if not, they're very pretty. I didn't see which ones exactly you got. I took a quick look. You also mentioned something you wanted was sold out. If you let me know, we might be able to restock depending on what it was. These are about 5.5 millimeters. AF5, we've sold both of those. Thank you so much. Only $5 a strand. That's a good deal. I've never seen the copper core check. It's fun to see something new, says Ann. I know. That's a new one to me, too.
Don't worry about it.
It's a new one to me, too. I don't see that stuff. Andrew hides it in his special stash.
Sounds like bitter grapes.
Ah!
Well,
look at this one. This is almost like a blue gray.
Gunmetal, bro.
It's gunmetal, but it's very kind of blue. Very pretty. It's like that hematite gunmetal check glass. 1 strand only. AF6. Danette says, oh darn, I missed out on AF5. Yep, you did. Got it quick tonight, apparently. I like that. I like when there's energy like that. Not only because we're selling things, but because it gives the show good energy. Sold out. Got it quick.
Well, better than us, like.
Yeah. AF6 just sold. Thank you so much. Couldn't do my email fast enough, says Danette. You got to preload that email. Swipe to the right. Swipe to the left.
I might have more of this kind of stuff, but I have to dig for it.
Anna says, I have those in the bronze and gunmetal. They're fun. Look at this one. Copper goodness. But in that clear copper. It's like copper with a transparent. So pretty. 1 strand available. AF7. So you can see the copper. It's on the one side. And you got the clear glass. So pretty. I doubt these will last. And that's already sold. AF7. Done. See, you just need to look at my email. You better hurry up, Andrew. Get some more going out here.
Yeah.
I've only got 2 left.
Wait, are these for anything? This bag?
What bag?
This random bag?
What's in it?
Mixes and all kinds of stuff.
I think, is that the bag that had the hole? Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine to use.
Okay.
Because that was the one that was in the other room that you were talking about the other night.
Oh, the one that busted?
Yeah.
And then there's like beads all over the floor, and I was like, what's this?
Danette says, did I get a F7? Let me see. No, Danette, you did not. You did not. AF8. Look at this one. Woo! That's my color right there. That silvery purple goodness. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Isn't that nice? Put that with some lavender amethyst.
I broke down the boxes. That's my adventure.
Yeah, you did. Thank goodness. They were overtaking. They were overtaking.
Where'd the triangle go?
I gave it to you. I gave you the triangle. You put one on the dining room table the other day when I brought it home. Yeah, then two appeared.
Mm-hmm.
AF8 just sold. Thank you so much. These are good. People like these ones. People like these. I like this shape.
That faceted wheel.
Faceted Heishi, or yeah.
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. We only have one AF8, but we have multiple claims for it. Thank you so much. AF9 is this one. This is kind of a little bit ambery. I don't know about amber. There's a little hint of gold yellow in this, like a citrine. It's like a citrine, kind of a citrine, silvery gold thing, metallic goodness. You can see. You know what it is. Look at it. Super pretty. One strand available. $5 instead of $6. AF9.
I was like, maybe I'll do a giveaway of something that has a joke on it. And then the only ones that I have are like dirty, nasty jokes.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Unless I put like a finger over something.
AF9 has sold already multiple times. Thank you so much. If you'd like to know if you've gotten anything, let me know and I can let you know, but I do not tell. We always say this. I never speak out to let people know unless they ask, because your business is your business. I'm not going to be sharing your business on the internets.
Well, whatever.
But Andrew might, but
whatever.
I won't. Okay, so we had a luster pendant yesterday.
And
somebody liked them and grabbed it, so we have a few more. These are the last of the last of the last of the last of the luster.
Except for the ones on the coffee table.
Except for the ones on the coffee table.
And I think those are blanks.
I think they are too. This was the Cherokee Purple, named after the Cherokee Purple tomato.
Which is, in the real color, is called Scarab, because it turns green.
Yeah, it actually, if you fire it correctly, it turns this beautiful green color. But if you underfire it a little bit, you get this Cherokee Purple color, which I really like.
It's like a green and a red.
Yeah. So this is AF12, or I'm sorry, AF10. $28 luster pendant. When we produced these luster pendants, they were produced with a glossy black back with an AG engraved. This is one of the prototypes that we were doing. We were using these in case we wanted to do both sides to test the engraving. This is the labyrinth design that Andrew came up with. And this one has the luster on the back as well. So AF10, $28, the luster pendant. We are not making these anymore. This was a thing we came up with, Andrew came up with, and we produced for a while. And
I never really seen anybody else do anything like that.
No, we've not seen any, even still. A lot of times, I know, no one can make that. No one's going to make it. No one's going to make it and sell it for $28.
It's kind of a pain in the butt.
They were a lot of work.
If the laser gets too hot, it chips off the enamel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you have to get it just right.
So this is the luster pendant in, I think this was, what was this? Venetian purple?
Sure.
I think.
It don't matter.
We called it something like that. Anyway, it's a beautiful purple with the green man that Andrew designed. So that's Andrew's green man that he drew.
And not all designs work.
No.
Because we did one and the lines were too thick and it blew them out.
Yep. Yeah, you ended up seeing copper through it. So you can't have too much detail, but you want a little bit of extra, you need some detail.
You can have detail, it just can't, the lines can't be too close and they can't be too thick.
Mm-hmm. So this is AF11, one of these available. Once these are gone, they're gone. That's it. You will have some of the only ones of these, because we didn't sell a ton of them. Kimberly says that's so pretty, right?
Tried hard.
Yeah, they're actually really nice. They probably should have been at least 2 to 3 times the cost. At least twice as much as what we charge. They should be like a $50-some pendant. But you know,
somebody else would, but
somebody else, yeah.
wow.
So this color, when you photograph it, it looks blue most of the time, but in person it's a light purple. So maybe on your screen it's looking a little blue, or it could look a little purple, or somewhere in between. It's a really cool kind of color changing look, depending on what you use it for, and how you use it and what you pair it with. But this is AF12. This is the Labyrinth design. Kimberly says, I would buy them all. If I could buy them all, I would.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
your favorite,
right? AF12. One of these available. And it says, me too, Kimberly. And AF13. This is another one of the Labyrinth in the deep, deep purple. Just slightly different because they're all handmade, all one of a kind. AF13 Labyrinth in this beautiful deep purple. And just so you know, because I don't think I measured them today, these are about 1 inch. These are done on the 1 inch copper. And just so you know, this process, it's a lot. So first the copper disc is cut or punched out. Then we add a hole. Then the burr from the hole is ground down. And then the copper is completely cleaned, usually by fire, to remove any of the grease or oil from your hands or from the manufacturing process. And then they are, after they're flamed, then they are put into what's the word?
Pickle.
The pickle, to clear that off, and then they're hand washed with dish detergent and water to completely clean, and then you can't touch them again because you just cleaned off all the oil. So then enamel is applied to the back, to the front, and then a luster coating is applied to the back and the front on these ones, and then they are taken to the laser. And after many, 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 many trials, there are a lot of them that don't look this good because we're running trials on getting the laser settings right. There's no laser setting that anybody has already come up with to do this. So we had to do a lot of trials, and they're etched on the laser. And if all goes well and it doesn't shatter anything or, go too deep, then the edges are completely polished. Again, the edges are polished on every step along the way. And they're cleaned up and sent out into the world. Kimberly says, you're killing me. That's our job. That's our job. Says, OMG, love them. Killing me softly with your beads, right?
Uh-huh. She just died.
Who?
Roberta Flack.
I didn't know that.
Maybe a couple weeks ago.
I didn't know that. So these are the luster pendants. These are the last ones that I know of that are available. And what, there were 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 of them here. That is it. There you go. Michelle says that's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. It's literally, each pendant is, like if you did one pendant at a time, it's like hours of work. We do them in batches as best we can, but it's hours of work. And we charge $28. So that's another reason they didn't last very long, probably, is that we just couldn't keep that up.
Well, the goal is to make enough to hire somebody.
Yeah, and we did not.
And then they don't live here anymore. So
Kimberly says, I bought the Dragonfly and Lotus from yesterday, and now I want one of the Labyrinth and Green Man. Well,
one of each.
There's one of each still available. Just saying. I know, right?
You're gonna be like, taxes.
So that's that. What are you working on down there?
A mix.
A mix. He's
Dale, I'm trying to do you right.
Trying to do you right, Dale. Coming up with a
sound right. We got our customers. They say they want something. I'm making.
Andrew's gonna whip up a mix for y'all.
If it's within my power,
right?
Then I make it so.
Make it so. So, let's see.
Did you have the lots that didn't sell last night? No.
They're around.
I
think these are them.
Oh, I have them. This one I have a cash on it. So I have
Huh?
to check it out.
Oh, I'll review the luster pendants one more time. All of them together. AF10.
Any other requests?
Yeah, you may got any more requests? Andrew's whipping up requests tonight.
I know, kind of, but not really. You know. Somebody said they wanted those things. You know, that's the thing is we always try to. If we can do it, we try to do it.
Yeah, we don't go live and be like, nope, don't got that. Sorry, unless we really can't do anything about it. But if we can do it, you know, we try and treat you right.
Or if when we do get it, you know, we try to bring it in.
Try to bring it in for you if we can get it for you. We listen to you. We're not just about us. That's the thing that, you know, we are here for you. And when you say things, even if we don't have it right away,
I'll keep an eye out.
Andrew keeps an eye out for stuff, whether he's doing vintage buys or contemporary buys.
My own name, but I remember that stuff.
I know, right? So this is AF10. This is the Labyrinth in the Cherokee Purple, that kind of red purple kind of flash.
There's a bag of things that I am looking for Suzanne.
Here's
I cannot find.
Green Man in purple. And it says, I really like the Green Man, right? Green Man in purple. This is the blue purple. It looks blue sometimes and purple other times. It's a really pretty color.
That's that French.
Yeah.
Lilac.
French lilac color. That's the color we called it. French lilac. AF12. And then AF13 is the Venetian purple. I think we called that. And that was the deep purple with the labyrinth.
No, Venetian is Venetian red.
Venetian red. So what was the purple? There was
Venetian purple.
Phoenician purple. Susan says the usual quartz, cats, check glass focals, and pearls.
Did you know that smells like dead booty hole?
What?
The Murex shells.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. So there was this. The Phoenicians were an empire of people.
That's what you're talking about.
The purple people, and that was from. They got the dye from the Murex shells that were secreted, but it smells terrible. And they made this thing called a sumptuary tax, and only rich people were allowed to wear it in royalty. And so if you got caught wearing it, you could be in trouble.
Ooh.
Purple.
purple.
What?
Who knew?
I did. Or I could be making it up.
Oh, we just sold AF11, the Green Man.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Somebody bit the bullet on that one.
Right.
Kimberly just said, I caved. I bought my favorite for tonight.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
What's that letter? AF 14?
1314, yes. Okay, Andrew made a mix. Don't feel pressure to buy it, y'all, but do.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna tell. How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, take it away, folks.
Take it away, folks.
Is that bag big enough?
Huh?
Is that bag big enough?
Yeah, this will hold good.
There you go.
All right, AF14.
I try to get them equally distributed. You flip it. The
Flip what?
letters.
AF14, $12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags available. It has a little bit of mint green. It has a little bit of blue. It has a little bit of lavender. It has a little bit of pink. Just like people wanted, right? Just a little bit. So these are beautiful mixes, just blended by Andrew. Susan said this mix has a mystical vibe. I like that. So this is AF14.
Where are you thinking of Orko from
AF14.
He-Man? Orko.
Orko.
Isn't that the name of that thing? That little lizard
That
thing?
floating thing?
I don't know. It's been raptured.
Maybe. Dale says, thank you. I'm excited to see green too.
Is that added in there?
We added green. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. A little bit of mint. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. Look at that one right there. That's a good bead. So beautiful mix. There, get the light on there better. There we go. My screen looks better that way. Hopefully yours it looks good too. Got some check glass in there. Looks like some dyed shell. Lots of check glass. Fire polish check. Looks like there's some check melons in there. Looks like some dyed jade. There we go. Beautiful AF14. Dale says it's beautiful. Andrew stepped out for a little bit, but says this is for a friend going through some difficulty. I'll buy myself one Friday if any available. Nice. That's sweet. Just sold another one of these. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful mix. I like this mix. That's a good color combo.
This one.
Okay. I like this mix. You did a good job.
Thanks.
Dale said it's for a friend going through some difficulty. She's going to buy herself one if any are available at the end on Friday. Dennis says, I was going to ask if those were melon beads. Love them. They're so pretty. There are, yep, there's some melons in there. There are melon beads in there. All right. So that's AF14. We've sold 2 of the 7. So there are 5 of them still left. Amanda says, I love the mix too. Isn't it so pretty? It's like dark, but it's also flowery, like springy. I don't know. It's a good for any time of year. I could see making stuff with that in the winter, making stuff with that in the summer, spring, fall. It's all good colors for every time. Michelle says, great mix.
That's very fun.
You did a good job. 5 of them still available. AF14. Whew, now I'm getting too hot. First,
You always say that.
I know. At first I was cold, but I'm always cold in here. But the more I move around, I do have like 18 layers on.
Yeah, don't get surprised.
It was cold out today. I mean, yeah, it was like in the 30s. It was cold. All right. Down 1 layer. Michelle says it looks like a few glow. Yeah, actually, there's some. Yeah, look at that. They glow under the black light. That even makes that kit better. Or that mixed better. Luxury bead blend. Yeah, look, there's some Vaseline glass in there for sure. Those greens, most of those greens glow. So that's that minty green. Hit that, they glow. Isn't that cool? Dennis says the wind made it feel so much colder. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Even those melons slightly glow. Suzanne said it was 82. I can't imagine it being 82.
I just think it's like summer here.
I know. Suzanne says, I don't know where the emoji came from. I don't see an emoji. So that's...
Maybe it's just on Facebook.
Maybe. Oh, that's right. Sometimes that happens.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Look at that. Look at some of that orange glowing right there. Super cool.
Are the purple handle cutters up there?
The what?
Purple handle cutters underneath that box up there.
I have the blue. I have blue, and I have crimped holes.
There's no purple handle cutters.
No. I don't see purple handle cutters. No. Let's see. Michelle says, I have a strand of check glass from you in the mint green. They really glow. Kimberly says, need to trademark that, Andrew. What's he trademarking?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it?
Maybe. I'm sure somebody else will do that at some point.
Right.
Now let's put our powers together.
Find these purple handled cutters.
Purple handle cutter. Purple handle cutters.
I don't
Put it in
know.
your mind. Show the stuff so
I'm showing the
they're not
stuff.
bored to death.
Gotcha. Got Mr. Impatient tonight.
It's fine.
Okay, so y'all remember we showed you some of Andrew's artwork yesterday. And we showed you some of the in-progress things. Well, he slept last night, so he didn't finish all of them, but he finished one more.
2 more.
Well, don't ruin the surprise.
These will be available on Friday.
Available now on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first, since he ruined the surprise, the first April Fools. So this is the first one of the second part that he finished today. And then one of my favorites is this one. Look at this one. And I was out playing with these in the sun today, and the way the patterns in the backgrounds change colors and reveal different things is so cool.
No, I said, what are you doing out there? He's like, I'm taking pictures.
I'm taking
I
pictures
said,
and
how come
videos.
it's taking so long? And he was like, and I was like, are you playing with yourself? And of course, this is
in the yard, in the backyard, by the
fine.
neighbors.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Kimberly says, OM gorgeousness. Suzanne says, so cute. Kimberly says, oh, wow.
I tried hard.
Michelle says, wow, Andrew.
Maybe one day I'll find them cutters.
What are you doing with them?
What do you do with them?
I didn't have those cutters. Don't blame me. He likes to blame me, but I didn't use them.
Sometimes he moves stuff.
I just...
He acts like he never did.
I should look over here because you may have been sitting here making things. And they may have gotten moved behind here. No, they're not.
I mean, I found it. Yeah, I manifested it.
Good job.
With he and me.
Good job.
I found it.
Good job. Those are wonderful, says Anna.
Thanks.
That owl is sweet, says Norma. I love the owl. It looks very sage, like it's gonna, like it could mess you up if it wanted to, but it doesn't want to. It's trying to not. That's what that reminds me of. But it could. It could do it.
Well, did you know owls are predators?
Uh-huh.
Apex.
Apex predators.
Is it birds of prey? Is that considered an apex?
I don't know.
It's at the top.
But it's got horns too.
Well, you know.
It's gonna dingle dangle the bead trees from the horns.
I doubt it's going to want to get the stuff tangled up.
No.
So you'll be okay.
It doesn't want to mess with you unless you really make it. And then it'll get you. This one just wants to have a drink.
Uh-huh.
So we just all need a little drink. What's your drink of choice? I'll have some cranberry juice, thank you. So those are the ones that Andrew was able to finish today.
What else can you show?
I don't know.
Something else. Do it real quick.
You need to line me up with some stuff.
Here, no complain.
Line me up before you start making another mix. Here, I pulled a bunch of stuff today. Give me papers. Give me the papers.
You don't have any.
What? He's just gonna keep fooling me.
April Fools.
Tomfoolery.
Don't you love April Fools?
Foolery.
No.
I actually can't stand April Fools.
Oh well.
People are
Get over
always.
it.
People are always. These
Don't
are.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it. This is a little fossilized shell. What happens to these, Andrew?
I don't know.
Opalized,
Those are agatized.
agatized. The Andrew drilled.
Yeah, I did that.
He drilled each one of these. There's more, that's why I say these, but I'm going to show you one. If it sells, maybe we'll show another. But we've got more of these.
Yeah, I went 1 year in Tucson. They kind of debuted this shape for this fossil, and none of it's drilled. So I bought a bunch of them, and then I went home and I drilled them.
And it took them a long time.
Not too bad,
No?
but you know,
It was some
it's more
time.
work than not.
More work than not. So these are really cool. AF-15. This one is approximately 15 millimeters by 30. Kimberly says, are they all the same color? Yes. Let me see. Oh, and I think I'm just going to show this real quick if Cheryl's still here. I think I found this one, and I have to compare it to the photo. But I think I found this for you, Cheryl. Only one. If that's the right color, I've got it for you. I'll message you in a little bit. Now, where are these? They were all in here together. There's another one. There's the other one. Okay, here. I'll just do them all if you're interested in these. Kimberly says, if I were to have an adult drink, it would be a margarita. Andrew's been talking about margaritas like nobody's business.
I don't even usually drink them, but for some reason.
He's been craving a margarita.
Maybe because the sunshine's coming out.
Maybe.
That's good.
Otherwise, it's water, coffee, or Pepsi Zero. Okay, so let me just do these. They're all $18. I was going to do just one, but what the heck? Maybe people will like these. That's this one, because they are all different. They're very different. Okay. Michelle says, it would be wine, but my normal is water, Coke Zero, and other sparkling water drinks. So this was 15. That looks like this one. And then this one is 16. which looks like that. And then this one is 17, which is all bumply and looks like that. They're all drilled through the top. Super cool agatized shell. Shell that's been replaced with agate. AF15, AF16, AF17, one of each available.
Supposedly they come from Morocco.
From Morocco. So there you go. $18 each. If anyone is interested, there they are. Let's see if I have smaller bags. I'll save these bigger bags. What are you doing down there? Lady T. Jules joined us. Thank you for joining us over there on Instagram. If you're out there, say hello.
Who else is on there?
Hmm?
You know, I've noticed that we haven't been getting as many people on Instagram.
No, we have not. We get more people when we go vertical. We get
That's right.
lots of people floating in and out when we go vertical on Instagram. Anna says, those are cool, aren't they? And all hand drilled by Andrew to make them into little beads for all of you out there. He did that work for you, so you don't have to.
Shake and bake and I help.
All right. This is a cool thing of glass. Oh, no. And these are pre-numbered. 18, 19.
Wow. You may hold my AX.
Yeah, I may have lost. There's 20. Your AFs. All right. This was 18. It really should be 18. I'm going to take it down to 16. It really should be more than 18.
What is it?
This.
What is it? Oh, wow.
Vintage glass.
Big long one.
Big long one. Vintage glass cubes. In this green, limey yellow, lemon lime. We'll call it lemon lime. And this is a large 16-inch strand of vintage glass. Let's get some light on it here the right way. There we go. These rounded cubes. One strand available, AF18. They are about 8.5, we'll say, around 8.5, 8.7 millimeters. 16-inch strand, $16. Really good price for a large strand of vintage glass. I love that strand. I think that would look so luxe in designs, because you're seeing them all at once, but just imagine just one or two of those beads every once in a while in a design. Like put that between some black or some white. I think that would really stand out and really be beautiful, because you've got that metallic on one side and that yellow, kind of yellow green on the other. Michelle says that's a yellow you don't normally see. It's right. That's true. That's very true. AF18. One strand available, $16. What else do I have in this bag of goodies? Ooh, how about some peach confetti glitter balls?
That one, Ava.
Uh-huh. They are $9.50. They are vintage Italian.
Let me see it. Oh, I use those.
Hmm?
I use those on one of my self-portraits.
Oh, yeah. Peach confetti. Vintage Italian.
We're going to Italy.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Look at those. These are, you can see they are $9.50. We're doing the same price, $9.50. Italian polyester. Vintage Italian. These are from our friend Ava Motherwell. We did a big trunk show with her last year. She actually came and hung out with us, and it was an amazing time. And we want it to happen again.
She's in the Pacific Northwest. She won't do that.
Huh?
She's in her leg 57 in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. So this is AF19. Barbara says those are fantastic, aren't they? Vintage Italian, glitter, peach glitter balls. 12 millimeter, I think they're. 10 beads, 12 millimeter, glitter rounds. One strand available, $9.50, AF19. Can't do a better price than that. Can't undercut. Yeah, these are Andrew's picks. He actually just said he used some of those in his design.
That's not from that strand.
Not from that strand. He had another one. But he had plans for... Those are ones he picked. That one has sold multiple times. Thank you so much. We've only got the one. How about these? These are a more expensive date. But these are vintage German.
You mean this isn't a PBR? PBR and Cracker Day?
PBR and crackers? No. These ones, this is a $20 strand, vintage German glass. $20, but look at how beautiful these melons are. Look at those. Vintage German, $20. And let me put this down for a moment. These are approximately 15.5 millimeters by 13. AF20. Beautiful. Gorgeous vintage German glass melons. Large size. Barbara says, I'm designing a bunch of stretch bracelets with vintage plastic buttons that those would look fantastic with. Nice. Nice. These would look good with anything. Look at that. A beautiful kind of orangey with a little bit hints of black in there or little hints of brown. See it in there. Beautiful color. Vintage German glass. One strand only. AF20. Okay, let's go on. Andrew left me, and he left me without any more paper. Oh, there's some down there. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we just sold AF18. That's those cubes. Thank you so much. That vintage strand of cubes. That's a good deal. That is a good deal. Let's get around what he's working on down here. Get a few more pieces of paper until he can run down to the dining room. The paper is down in the dining room with the printer. Didn't realize we were running so low up here. All right, that was what, 20? Suzanne says AF18 is so different, right? You don't see that color and that shape and that size of a strand. AF21. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, how about this? If you like that other glitter ball and you missed out on it, because I know somebody missed out on it, we have this glitter ball. So this one is the amber confetti color instead of the peach. Amber confetti color. in the glitter ball in the 12 millimeter rounds from Italy, vintage beads from Italy. Super beautiful. Look at those. Ambery goodness. Can you run down and get some more paper? I think we're out. It's down in the dining room on the chair next to the bookcases, between bookcases and table. $9.50.
That'll hold you.
I got one here, I got one there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
AF21 are the amber confetti glitter balls. We had the peach sold out. Had multiple people wanting that, so maybe somebody will want this one. Good strand, beautiful Italian polyester. And 21 just sold out. Thank you so much. AF22 coming up. Let's see what I got in this bag of goodies. I went and pulled some. Oh, I love these. I can't believe we still have them. They're a little bit more expensive too. AF22, $18. We didn't sell 20. That was the $20 one yet. I know these prices sometimes are a little bit higher, but these, oh, this is a vintage German glass as well. I want you to see the texture. These little bumpy, awesome beads. Like, these are special. Where do you see beads like that? That's not something that you see. They're color cord with a clear coating, a clear glass in this bumple, goosebumps kind of pattern, but it brings that core to the surface. It's so pretty. They're so pretty, and they're this beautiful orange yellow kind of goodness that I'm loving right now. And I know some of you out there are talking about loving the orange and yellow too. AF22, $18 only for the strand. That's their price. That's Ava's price. And it says, I have those orange bumpy beads. They are so cool. I know. Thank you for saying it. It sometimes really helps when other people have them and say that, because these are awesome. Vintage German glass. Awesome, bumpy little beads. The size on these, they are approximately, let's see here, about 12.5 millimeters. They're a little bit, I think, yeah, they're about 11.5 by 12.5. One side, they're a little bit thinner than they are wide. But AF22, and those have sold. Thank you so much. Let's see here, AF23. Well, that kind of looks like a 3. Kind of, sort of. Oh, okay. These are a really good price. These are only $5 each, and there's 2 of them available. Statement beads, says Anna, right? Michelle says they look delicious. Don't eat the beads, Michelle. Now we gotta tell Michelle not to eat the beads. Don't eat the beads, Michelle. Now we have fish. We had some Czech glass fish the other day, and those got bought up. This is AF23, and these are vintage German glass fish. And they are so cute in this kind of pinky, purpley blue color. Vintage German glass. You get 10 beads on the strand, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And there are 2 strands available, AF23 at only $5 each. That's a really good deal. I think that's cheaper than the Czech glass we had the other day. Cheaper than modern for vintage, beautiful vintage German glass fishies. Michelle says, getting hungry. I can see that. Here's some fish for you.
He
AF
says fish fried dinner.
fish fried dinner. Oh, I'd love a good fish fry. AF23, $5 each. 2 of them available. Let me give you some measurements on these fishies.
It's those vegetarian fishy sticks.
They're pretty good. 6 millimeters by 16. 6 by 16 millimeters. Michelle says, LOL, we are eating fish tonight. Nice. AF23, no takers yet. Only $5 a strand. Vintage German glass. That's a steal. Suzanne says, we're having faux fried shrimp on Friday.
Sounds good.
That sounds delicious too. I miss some shrimp too. I do miss the shrimp.
This paper is very small.
You making them small? That's all right. I like them small because they fit in the small bags.
Anybody watching any good shows or anything?
Yeah, what's everybody doing?
I'm watching pottery.
Pottery Throwdown.
Pretty good.
It is very good.
I
Okay.
keep falling asleep though.
Yeah, well,
That's the only time I
yesterday,
can sleep.
it's no wonder.
Huh?
Give me one of those. You got one of those made for me?
No. Now
You're slowing me down.
Oh, here now he's in a rush, y'all.
AF24.
Oh, here we go.
AF24. $20 each. There's 2 of them available. Now these ones are a little smaller than the other ones. But these are a purple bumply glass. So these are these little bumply glass in this like kind of lavender ambery purple color. And these are long strands. These are approximately 7.5 inches. But like I said, they're $20 compared to the 18 of the orange, but they're a smaller bead. The other ones I think were 11.5. These are 9.5 millimeters. Oak Island is tonight, says Michelle. Barbara's in the middle of White Lotus.
Do you like it? We started it. We watched the first season. But then we never got into the second season.
Mm-mm. I feel like I did.
You did?
I feel like I did.
Secret?
Maybe while you were away.
Oh, Mom.
Sometimes he doesn't like something enough, and I'm like, well, I'll just continue watching. It happens.
Sometimes it's...
Julie says, love White Lotus. But I won't remember it if I did, so that's what I always think too, is I can watch whatever while he's away, because even if he comes back and wants to watch it, I won't remember it anyway. So it'll be like new to me again anyway.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
He's like, it must be like when it's like watching TV with me, because I'm always like guessing who did it before.
He does that a lot.
And usually I'm right. And so it's interesting because I'll guess something and I can tell that I guessed it right because he starts fidgeting like he's got a secret.
Like I got a secret.
He's like, he doesn't want to tell me.
I don't know. I don't want to ruin it for you.
But then he starts fidgeting.
Barbara says, I like all 3. This season is better than 2. It's not the same without Jennifer Coolidge. She's not in this season? I didn't know that.
That's Parker Posey. Did you know she used to come and buy sandwiches for me?
I think you mentioned that at one point.
She used to come and she'd take like 2 bites out of a sandwich though. But she's like the size of a child.
So there's 8 of these. This is another new mix from Andrew.
It's similar to one we had before, and I don't think it's showing up different than the other one, but it is. I don't think we sold any of that one anyway. The black one.
Lennis is watching split screen while I check out the website. That Andalou site is bewitching me.
Oh.
25% off. Yeah, check it out. Parker Posey saves this season, says Barbara.
Oh, good.
Julie says she died last season, but Parker is awesome. Maybe I didn't watch it. Of course, I wouldn't remember. I keep saying I wouldn't remember. Yeah, if I watched it. I guess that is a spoiler for anybody who didn't watch it, right? And might remember that, but I won't even remember that. So that's all right. It's all right for me. Spoiler alert. Let's see here. So this is a beautiful kind of gunmetal black mix, AF25, silvery. Look at those pearls, those vintage pearls in there. Somebody said they wanted pearls, right? There's some pearls in that mix. With the daggers, with the seed beads, with the vintage check and the fire polish check. Beautiful mixes. Luxury bead blends by Andrew Thornton. Look at those. There's even some of those are like a little bit gray greens. There's a little bit of a green tint to the mix. And that kind of labradorite green. This would go great with some labradorite. Look at that flash on that green check. Fire polished. It's exactly like labradorite. AF25. $12. All right. Here's a bag of these.
You need a bigger bag.
I think that's good. Michelle says, wow, amazing kit AF25. It's a great bead blend. Great deal, $12 only. I know Cheryl was making a lot of stuff with her bead blend the other night. I like seeing
her.
it.
How did these the last one?
How much are these?
This many.
Okay.
Probably could go for 10, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all right.
weather must be changing.
Uh-oh, that rain is coming after all.
I didn't say it wasn't coming. I just said not right now.
Look at these ceramic beads, all different kinds of ceramic. These large hole tubes, super cool. Large hole ceramic, all different designs. Look at that one here. And I'll give you some sizing here in a little bit. Beautiful colors, lots of blues and greens in this, great for spring. Some browns, kind of plant motifs in some of these. They're about 11.5 millimeters wide. And let's see, the hole in there is about close to 4 millimeters, it looks like, on that one. Some of them are wider than others. That's the 6.5 millimeter hole, almost 7 millimeters. So they vary, but there you go. And that one has sold. Thank you so much. Michelle says, love the bead blends.
Thank you.
What's your favorite thing from tonight so far, everybody? I'd like to know.
How about these? There's that pendant and stuff.
Ooh.
And we saw one last night.
We tried. How much you want to do on this one?
24.
Yeah, let me say AF 27, $24. Suzanne says the green cubes are her favorite. This is a Lily Studios glass pendant. We had a small one on yesterday's show that is still available, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought somebody said they wanted more of it.
I don't know. I think. Let me look.
Well, if they want that one, available.
Yep, the other one's still available.
Huh.
Here, let me show it from last night. This is last night's in case anybody missed it. You can still claim it. It's still available. So this is the one from last night. And this is the one from tonight. AF27 and TY7. This one is $16. This one is $24. Lily Studios.
Teresa Dart.
Teresa Dart. They are real flowers pressed in between glass and soft soldered. So this new one for tonight is approximately 33.5 millimeters. The smaller one from yesterday is 25.5 millimeters. AF27 and TY7. Michelle says her favorite tonight is Andrew's painting and the bead blends. We just sold AF27, the big one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's the one from tonight. Lena says, the art. Also love the vintage glass sugar. Isn't that cool? Kimberly says, the Heishis and the Green Man.
Is that stuff you got?
Uh-huh. Right?
Like, that's what I got.
That's why I got it. Got to get the favorites.
If you can.
If you can, right? AF28. What else do I have? Oh, you got some things here. How much you want for these? Oh, those are usually, I think, $2 a piece. $2.50.
Okay. Get you a piece.
Oh, they're two different sizes in there.
We'll just sell them over.
Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8. $8? Yeah,
Sure.
or $10.
$8 is good. We'll give them a deal.
Okay. These are S-word Rivolis. Two different sizes.
Someone was asking for Rivolis the other night. And by other night, I mean several weeks ago.
They're two different colors. One has an AB finish on it and one does not. But you get the small Rivolis, which are about 11 and a half, and then 13. They're actually 13.8, but we'll say 13 and a half, or 12 by 14, whichever. But you get all of them for $8. AF28. Beautiful S-word crystal Rivolis. And that beautiful green one has an AB finish on it. AF29. This is in my bag of goodies here. I got some good stuff, I think. I know some of you like these metal beads. These are $6 each. There are 2 of them available. These big old metal beads. $6 each. Are these they like a hill tribe?
I think those are
Afghani. Afghan. AF29. $6 each. 2 of them available. They are about 21.5 by about 22.5 millimeters. AF29. I love these. They're really special. And they have a nice large hole too. The hole size is about 3.5 millimeters on those. So leather fits in good with leather. AF29. $6 each. 2 of them available. AF30. We have these beautiful check glass flowers that are Vaseline glass. And let's see, let's do those for, normally that's a big strand. That'd be about a $12 strand. Let's do them for 10. $10. Vintage check glass in these flowers. And they do glow under the black light. Those are really awesome. Can you imagine making those into earrings and going to the club? AF30 has just sold. Thank you so much. What do I do? I keep losing my bags.
You need a bag?
You have a smaller bag, like a medium bag?
Medium bag.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you.
Mhm.
That one tried to sell 3 times. I wish I had more of it because it's so cool.
Oh, no.
Yep. Now's a good price, $10. How much are each of those?
You think 6 for the small, the 2 ones, and maybe 8 for the
Okay, we'll do good. Those are really good deals.
carved soapstone.
Carved soapstone. Let's put this before I forget. All right, so carved soapstone. You get the whole bag. Of these, AF31. Some are actually carved in the sides. Some are just carved out blocks.
And they resin them together when it's 2 different colors. So
Resin
if
them
you're
together.
Curious what that's about.
Carved soapstone.
When they glue stones together, they call it intarsia.
Intarsia. So some of these are approximately 10 millimeters. This one is 14 and a half. These should be, those are about 10 and a half. Let's see. Do that one. It's about 16 millimeters. All different sizes. Beautiful natural kind of colors. The browns and the kind of yellows or ochre color. And that one has sold. Thank you so much. Andrew's finding some good things tonight.
I hope you like them.
I don't know where those came from.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. He always tells me that. There's a lot of worrying I'm not supposed to do.
Well, why do you have to worry?
Like, why?
Be happy.
Be
Don't worry,
happy.
be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Be happy.
Be happy. All right, is this this is carved soapstone too. These are beautiful. This is a really good price. I didn't see these. I should have picked these up before I agreed to
Don't worry about it.
$8.
Just
Just
say yes.
say yes to the dress. Look at these beautiful colors. Look at those.
Storms coming.
Yep.
Doppler radar. We just picked up the
Doppler
storm.
sinuses. Picked up the storm. Look at that disc.
I can hear actually. It's like as the air moves through my face.
Through your face. Great. Look at those. Oh. And that has just sold. Thank you so much. Didn't we just have that yesterday?
No, that yesterday was glass. This is not glass.
Oh, that's a stone. They looked so much. Those ones yesterday looked so good. They look like.
Sell?
Yeah. Well, I think we had 2. I think one of them sold. How much for that one?
I don't know. $4?
Wow, that's less than the glass. $4. All right. Sardonyx. This is real sardonyx. Yesterday we had the glass that looked like sardonyx. These are real sardonyx beads. $4 for the whole strand. These are faceted rounds in 10 millimeters. 10 millimeter faceted rounds. And don't forget, everybody, we are having a flash sale on our website today only through 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. That's about 2 more hours to go, a little over 2 more hours to go. Use discount code AprilFools to save 25% off everything available in our online store. 33 has just sold. Thank you so much. You got a medium bag there? Another medium? Thank you.
Welcome.
Susan says stunner on that one. Isn't that a beautiful strand? AF34. How much on this one? What is this? Glass?
Glass.
How much on that? 6?
2 for 5.
5? Even less. This is a really pretty table cut strand of vintage check. Table cut strand, vintage check. This beautiful brown ambery color. Caramel. Kind of a caramel color, right? Look at how pretty those are. Table cut. You can see they were sandblasted on the outside. The table cut gives you that glossy inside. Kind of almost a carnelian vibe. And these are approximately 12 millimeters by 13, 12 by 13 millimeters. This is a 5-inch strand, 5-inch strand, AF34. One available, $5. Another medium bag, please. Thank you. How much you doing on those?
I think we're selling for 20 something.
That sounds about right.
But I think I could sell them for like 18.
Ooh.
How big are those? Measure I'll pass.
These are approximately 24 inches.
No, the beads.
The beads. The beads are about 12 to 13 inches.
Inches?
Or I mean millimeters. You know what I mean.
I could probably do for those ones, probably do 16.
Wow, that's an impeccable deal. I think we sold these the other day for like 18 to 22 each, different colors. These are a nice light kind of green color.
They call that bottle glass green.
This is the bottle glass? It doesn't look like the other bottle glass.
Those Coke bottles.
So
they make it out of bottles that they smash up into a frit and then they pack the mold.
You know how those old Coke bottles had the slight green tint to them?
These aren't the green like that kind of glass, that bottle glass green. But this is like Coke bottle. It's basically like a clear that's not really clear.
No, it's not. These are AF35, $16 each. Only the best deal you're going to get on African glass probably around right now. $16 a strand. These are 24-inch strands, approximately 12 to 13 millimeter beads. 2 of them available, $16 each only. That's a really, really super good deal. African glass keeps going up and up. I feel like it's every day we see a new bead store saying, "Oh, got to raise my prices on African glass." Been told I need to raise my prices on African glass. We've held out so far.
That's because we didn't have to buy any new ones.
Right? Yeah, if we had to buy them, they would not match up nowadays.
No.
Those prices would not match up. AF36. Let's see. This glass is really cool. This is a more expensive strand. It's kind of beehive-like shape. We had 28 on these. Let me see. It's kind of wild. We had 28 on these. I'll take them down to 22 just for tonight. Lenna says the raffia probably changes the color a bit, would look different on different stringy material. A little bit. Probably a little bit. These are a graduated.
Oh, those ones glow.
They don't very much.
I thought they did.
There is in some of them, there's a slight green glow in the core. But it's very slight. You can see it. It's just a light green. It's where the purple is in the beads. But they are a graduated, I don't know what shape, what I call them like beehives, but I don't know what.
Antique.
Yeah, these are antique.
That's from my personal.
Antique glass.
I ordered those for years.
And they're $22 for y'all. Today only. I said today only. 11 millimeters up to the larger, almost 13 millimeters, and lengthwise, the smallest is about 15.3 to 18.7. And the strand goes small to large. They are an amber with a purple. And where that purple is, it's a very slight purple. Let me see if I can get the light better on them. It's a very slight purple. And where that purple is, they do glow slightly under the black light. Really cool strand. AF36. You are not going to see that anywhere else. I would highly doubt you'll see that anywhere else. And if you do, not for $22. You'll have the one and only probably of that one. Whoop. Up. AF37. How much is this? What is this? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Same little charms on it.
Oh, I love those charms.
Well, you can do this for like $6.
What?
The charms are not real expensive.
They're vintage though, aren't they? No? All right. Okay. $6. $6 it
Hopefully
is.
that makes somebody happy.
It would make me happy.
The chain's probably worth more than that.
Uh-huh.
Oh well.
I would have started this at $12, just so you know, y'all.
Don't worry about it.
Some of these charms are a little bit, there's like a bubble in that one. But it's like typewriter keys.
They're faux. That's
Faux, yeah. Faux typewriter keys. Not real. Obviously, they're pretty big.
If it was real, it would be way more.
Yeah. But that one just sold. So there we go.
Thanks.
Done. Thank you. Sold multiple times. I got this bag. This is my last bag up here. 7. AF 38. What are these?
This can be $1.
$1. Wooden beads. Hand-painted wooden beads. Large hole.
That used to be a bracelet, but don't use it.
No. I started tugging. It's like that's going to fall right apart.
Correct.
So these are hand-painted wooden beads. $1. You get both the tubes, which are about 7.3 millimeters, and the rounds, which are about 15 millimeters. $1. Hey, it's $1. What are you going to do? It's a good deal for $1. Bag, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do y'all have interest in this kind of chain?
Y'all have interest in that? In this kind of chain? This is the already made wire wrapped crystal chain.
How many inches is it?
38 just sold. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
This one. This one is approximately 36 inches.
So if that was charged 25 cents an inch, how much would that be? That's divided by
25, oops, 0.25 times 36, $9.
all right, $9.
AF39. AF39, $9, 25 cents an inch for pre-done crystal wrapped chain. Beautiful crystals too.
What number are you on?
39. AF39.
What number? How far do you want to go to it?
I don't know, I have a few more goodies in here. You go to 50. I have some really nice ones in here. Bag, please.
I kind of want to make dinner though.
Well, if you want me to finish, I can finish. I have a few things I just want to show.
You want to sell these? You think people would like these?
AF40. I know some people who might.
How much?
6.
I can do 6.
I know some people who might really like that for $6.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said they wanted to have take apart jewelry.
Yeah, so this, you can see the toggle is here.
So I used to,
These are all wooden beads.
sometimes we would have customers that came into the store and they didn't have very much money. So I used to trade stuff. Like there's this one lady, she came in, she had no money, and she was telling me the story about how she's doing stuff for my other boy. And so I traded her for chicken feathers. And she, because we know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
And so
AF40 just sold. Need a bag for that one.
we, sometimes I got a bunch of vintage jewelry that way.
Yeah, it's a good way to.
And it's just been in the.
Been waiting.
Because I always had intentions.
Julie said just place an order on your website. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Sometimes I have
Appreciate
this
that.
idea that I would take things apart.
How much on this one?
I'll do 6.
6 on this one. This one's really cool too. This is another one. AF41. $6. You got these little wooden parrots.
That's that lady that lived in the storage unit.
Hmm?
There's a lady who used to live in the storage unit.
I don't remember her. I don't know about her.
She used to come in at the, let me think. She used to come in the blue store.
In the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is $6. Take apart necklace. These wooden beads, really pretty. AF41, only $6. Need a bag, please.
Yeah, she was cool. I hope she's still alive. She that, I had extra food one day, and so I was going to share with her, and I had aluminum foil. She would not eat it.
Oh, really?
She thought that aluminum foil cost paper.
Oh.
And so I was like, I can put it in a plastic.
No.
And she's like, that's okay.
Be like, I got some in the back that wasn't in the aluminum foil. Right.
Nah. Everybody's got their thing, right?
Yep. Now I love this strand. Now it's an expensive strand.
I'm curious what you think is expensive is.
I know it's not expensive for what it is. Because we had this at 72.
What is it? Oh, that's a nice one.
How much do you think we can go down to on that?
I could probably do 54.
54.
I had that for years. That was when we bought out the first store.
Then it says those parrots are so cute.
Aren't they fun?
Yep. And we just sold 41 as well. Thank you so much. These are graduated vintage. Well, they have to be vintage, right? But they are vintage.
They're from
Fossilized coral.
I had that for years. That's when we first opened the store. So I tried not to keep anything from that. I don't want it because we needed inventory to fill up the store. And so I let myself have that one.
It's beautiful.
Because the patterns are exceptional.
Yes. If you want exceptionally patterned stones.
Because sometimes people see vintage coral and then like,
Whoops.
or not vintage coral, fossilized coral.
Oh no.
But that is beautiful.
This one fell off the end.
That may tip.
Last one. Anna says, I adore the strand. I bought one of these. Yeah, we had two at one point. Andrew scarfed two. Because we got two like strands when we bought out that collection. Look.
That must have been a while ago that she got that.
These are very nice. I'm going to try and get that on there. But look, that one right there alone. That makes a whole strand. Look at that. The colors. But there's another one. And they're so pretty. Usually says, wow, they're pretty. And it says they're all so pretty. Right? Look at that. That is a really exquisite strand. It is $54 today only. Was $72, which is a low price. This strand is, oh, and it's graduated, by the way, if you didn't notice. And this is missing on the end. But this strand is approximately a 14-inch strand. 14-inch strand. Suzanne says, everything you all sell is pretty. We try. It's not everyone's taste, but I don't know how you can't not like this. Like, even if like coral isn't your thing, like, you have to admit these are pretty stones.
If you're worried about coral being like environmental, this was alive maybe like 37 million years ago.
This is
don't worry about
the petrified, fossilized.
That's a rock.
Yeah, and it's been a rock for a long time. So one strand of those available.
Someone
AF
tried to sass
42.
me in one of the groups, and I was like, let them.
Let them. $54 tonight only. That's a tonight only deal. We'll give the rewatchers, if nobody grabs it tonight, we'll give the rewatchers a chance, but just one day. That'll go back into Andrew's collection, I'm sure, now that he knows. Now that he knows. It might go in the online store. I might just take it. Put it in the online store.
Who knows? That may live with me.
It may live with you. Oh, I love these.
Once again.
This is vintage German glass. Anna says, I paid more. I know.
Don't worry about it.
See, now you're going to get the don't worry about it. AF43. Vintage German glass. They were $12. We're keeping them at $12. They're this purple and black. Such a cool bead. Vintage German from our friend Ava. I think these are fantastic. It's got that black, but it also has the pastel colors and the purples and pinks. So fun. And that was 12 millimeters by 13 and a half. 12 by 13 and a half. AF43. And those have just sold. Thank you so much. And let's see here. AF40. Whoa, boy, I just got 44. Like I lost the ability to write. How much on these? What is this? Ooh, those are really pretty. How much on that?
$10.
Yeah, I was going to say 12. So Andrew gives them a deal again. This is kind of a foggy rutilated quartz. You don't normally see that. But look at those rutiles in there, in that kind of, I call it foggy. It looks like a foggy mirror ball, right? Foggy crystal ball with the rutilated and maybe a little bit of tourmalinated. The green tourmalinated, but look at the rutiles. Rutiles. Super cool. Where else are you going to see that? I don't see stuff like this very often. This is a vintage strand.
Too.
They are big. They're a nice round, 12 millimeter round, only $10. And the whole strand, let me see, let me push these down, get you the whole strand size. It's a 12-inch strand. Would you say that looks like milk stone that is fed to a goat?
Sure. Just like the book.
Just like the book? Is that in the book?
Mm-hmm.
So Kimberly was asking that. How about that? Somebody need it for a project? AF44. Milk stone that's fed to a goat.
So the goat keep producing.
Here you go. AF44, $10. Surprisingly unsold yet. I thought that would go quick because that's an odd stone. I know some of you like that odd stuff, like me. What else do I have in my bag of goodies? Oh, I know some of you collect white beads. Just throwing stuff up there. Bam! Kimberly says, that was the intent of my question. I bet. I didn't read the book yet, so I don't know, but Andrew got that right away.
Because I read it.
Because he read the book.
It's early in the book, so don't worry, you'll get to it
You
soon.
get to it soon. So these are white vintage German
I
glass.
think it's in the first chapter.
Well, then I missed it because I got to chapter 2, but I was so distracted packing orders. I wasn't. I can't
They're
work
in the
and
hut.
I can't work and listen at the same time. I can drive and
Did
listen.
you get to the part where they're in the other town?
I got to the part where they were talking about the dock workers and the burning on the docks. There was a bunch of black smoke or something. That's the last thing I remember. But I don't remember what connected to any of that.
So
like I know there's like 2 or 3 people in the book,
Oh,
and
boy.
one studying under the other.
So the girl, the woman, what's her name? She's not a little girl. She's a woman at this point. She's 30, so she's a crone.
I don't know. Okay.
They said that she's an advanced age of 30.
I know somebody had to walk through a field of plague or something to get them, and they were like, I can't refuse them or something. I don't know.
So they sent the little boy.
This is 14 millimeters by 4. I thought they sent a boy, and then I thought like they were talking about girls later, and I was like, I don't know what's happening.
The little boy, he kind of goes away for a while.
But
anyway, so they run into this people.
So I just measured these, and I didn't say.
The baby's dying.
14 millimeters.
And
by
so
4.
She goes and she gives up the stone to give the goat the milk, so the baby doesn't die. And then that boy, he's pissed off because he's like, "Oh, so now we gotta watch how much water we drink."
Oh. Let's see here. Oh, 45 just sold. Thank you so much. AF46. What do you got there? Some silver silk. How much?
I don't really know.
I don't really know either. Last time I did, everyone's like, that's so cheap.
How long is that?
I don't know. That's a nice color. Let's see. This one is 12, 24, 36. 36, 3 feet. Suzanne says, I didn't read the book yet either.
Well, I didn't learn anything.
Who likes silver silk?
Let me see. How many you said it is?
36, 3 feet. This is this neon hot pink silver silk. Kimberly says, me, I love it. 36 inches or 3 feet.
You don't have a length on this. Let's do $12.
$12. Yeah, because I think I did those kits for like $6 before, and everyone's like, luckily I only did one out of it. We had a bunch of them. Lena says, I have silver silk and kits that I still haven't done the tutorials for. So here's this hot pink about 4 millimeter silver silk, 36 inches, $12, AF46. AF46. That's pretty. That's a pretty color. Anybody use that hot pink? Is that a good price? I don't know. I don't know what prices of those are. AF47 coming up. Anything good in here? And there's some y'all like these big beads. Let's do these big beads. $6. $6. That's a fair price. AF47. These big vintage plastic, large, kind of pastel, marbly, big beads, large hole. These are approximately about 19 millimeters by 39.5. The hole is almost 5 millimeters. And you get 6 of them for $6. AF47. I like these. I like this vibe. You get 4 of these pink ones, or red, pink red. One of the yellow, one of the blue, or purpley blue. Ink blue. AF47, $6 only for the lot. One lot available. I like those. I can't believe they're not bought up. AF48. All right, this was 26. We'll take it down to 22. This is a beautiful banded agate. And it is pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful banded agate. So pretty. Some might say carnelian. How pretty is that? That's some good patterns in there. Super fun. Each one could be its own pendant easily. They have enough star power in each one, right? To be their own pendants. And these are 15 millimeters by 30. 15 by 30. This is a 16-inch strand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 beads for $22. Normally we'd sell these for at least $2 each. That's a $26 price. These I could see for going even a little more. $3 or $3.50 in the store. We sold them individually. AF48, $22, one strand available.
What number are you on?
That was 48. You finishing me out here?
I think so.
AF49. How much for these?
What do you think?
Those are cool.
They're vintage plastic.
Yeah. Do 8?
Sure. Because that's at least 2 strands that we sell.
That's more than 2 strands. Yeah.
So that's pretty generous.
Yeah. $8 a pack. 2 packs available. Let me put a 2 on here.
2 pack.
2 pack.
Sure. 4.
These are.
I don't know if you got canceled.
I know. I don't know anymore. Whoa. So these are vintage plastic. Some have this beautiful AB. Look at this melon. It has a beautiful AB finish on it. And some awesome kind of shapes.
Yeah, that's from a vintage chandelier. That one.
And it looks like chandelier glass, but it's vintage plastic. Super light. And then some of these, you get some of these hazy ones in this one. This one has a heart in it. Some odd, beautiful kind of shapes.
There's some real different ones in there.
Yeah, look at this one. This one has the wavy gravy. Looks like a propeller or something. This one almost looks like a spring or a screw. Super cool. AF49, $8 a bag. I'll open the other bag so you can see the other one too.
It's not the same.
No, they are different. They are different. Look at that one. That's cool. Vintage plastic. AF49. And let me show you this one. Oh, whoa. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. This one has this big heartbeat in it, and it goes across. Look at those, beautiful.
Just
super cool.
April Fools.
An
Thanks so
April
much
Fool's.
that at the end.
Okay. And so those are the two. AF49, one of them has sold so far.
Good thing.
Thank you so much. We've still got one available, $8 each. $8 each. These are pretty cool. You have a big bag these will both fit in? Thank you. And the last one tonight, AF50. Oh, we went to 50. That went pretty quick tonight, I feel like.
So you're going to do 3 hours of talking.
Yeah. Ooh. How much on this?
Smoky.
Smoky quartz.
I could probably do...
Really high quality smoky quartz.
I could probably do for... You think 14 or...
Hmm?
Wow.
I was going to say, let's do 12. Let's end it with good.
We got a deal on those, y'all.
Yeah. These are really high quality smoky quartz. Rounds. 6.5 millimeters. Look at the rounds. Look at the quality of the quartz. Beautiful, deep color. Smoky quartz. 6.5 millimeter rounds. Natural stones. One strand available. This strand is a 16-inch vintage strand. AF50, $12, one strand available. All right. And what do we have for April Fools? What is this?
It's an old gag gift.
Oh, floating sugar will not dissolve. Make your victim get madder and madder, waiting for his sugar to dissolve.
Isn't that the way to sell it? Sell rage.
Contents. Oh, wait. Content, sugar and collodion.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Big sugar cubes.
You smell that?
Do they? You smelled them already? The cubes perfume, soften the water, and impart a lasting fragrance to the skin. They do smell really good. They smell... Wow. There is a... It's a very... the smell to me... There was a very particular smell that would sometimes come when I lived when I grew up in the house by the lake. In the spring, there was a smell in the air that was like this light kind of perfumey, just ever so slight perfumed air that would come off the lake. And this smells exactly like it. It's kind of wild how much it smells like it. And every once in a while, no matter where I am, the air smells like that on a spring day, or even a summer day sometimes. But it always reminds me of that. And I'm just going to keep these so I can always have that smell, because it's a smell that you only smell very particular times of the year. Anyway, that's a nostalgia bringer for me for sure. All right. Let me flip the camera real quick. We went to 50 lots today. That's good. Stop there for now. I have lots of other good things, but we'll continue doing more tomorrow. Hello, everybody. Hello again. Well, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed those lots. There are still a number of things available. So if you missed out on anything, please do check the replay. If you are watching this in replay, well, it's at the end. So should have said this at the beginning, but thank you for watching. And feel free to claim on things. Most things will hold those prices for about a week or so. Some of those things are only available. The things that we said for tonight only, they are good for a 24-hour period only at those prices. So if there is something you see, please feel free to send us an email. And if you have any questions, please, again, send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com. You can message us in other places, but it really does help if you just send an email, because then everything's in one place. I check my email all the time generally, and I can get back to things. If somebody asks me a question on, for example, Facebook Messenger or on Instagram Messenger, I will inevitably forget where that question was. So it helps if everything's all in one place in the email. So thank you so much, and have a great night. Andrew will be here, tomorrow with something to show you all. I will be at my pottery class, hopefully getting some of my pottery that hopefully has been, fingers crossed, that the pottery has hopefully been glaze fired. And because I have, I think, 6 or 7 things ready to come out of glaze firing. So I'm hoping they're done, and I should hopefully come back with a bunch of hopefully cool stuff. But I've been using some new glazing techniques to see how they all work out. So some of them may work out, some of them may not. But I'll be excited to see tomorrow, and I hope I'll have things to add to the website to sell too. So we'll take a look at those if I have anything tomorrow as well. And then we'll have some goodies to show you as always. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Dale says, thank you, Andrew, for the beautiful mix. He just stepped out, but I'll pass that along. And we wish you a very good night. Please stay safe, all of you who are in the path of any wild weather. We send our good thoughts to you. Please do take care. If you have tornadoes coming, anything like that, please get in your basement, seek whatever you need to seek shelter wherever you can. And please do keep us all posted. You can post in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group, because I know that we worry about you, but I know a lot of other people do too. So please keep us posted if you're in the path of all of that, of how things are going for all of you. All right. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. And we'll see you back here hopefully tomorrow with something great. Bye, everyone.